Welcome to the stream. Welcome, one and all. Just got on the road. I'm heading to the radio station, and we got a lot to talk about today. There's a Trump rally in South Dakota. It is 77 degrees in sunny South Florida. On my second cup of coffee, and heading off. Yes. Yeah, so we got a Trump rally tonight. And, you know, here's the thing. There's a lot of traffic. And this is why these things are so important that are going on right now. You know, President Trump has just us. Now, there's a lot of us. There's tens of millions of us. It's more than half the country. But he's only got us. He has so many people against him, President Trump. And, you know, yesterday, this is really just blows my mind how stupid the Uniparty and the Democrats and the media think that we all are. This just blows my freaking mind away. So they come out with this totally BS CNN poll that I shared yesterday at the end of the live stream, which is just a joke. It was a CNN poll, nationwide poll, general election poll. President Trump was 1 point ahead of Biden in the poll. They had Kristi Noem 6 points ahead of Biden in a head-to-head nation. Or not Kristi Noem, I'm sorry. Not Kristi Noem, Nikki Haley. They had Nikki Haley, this is the CNN poll, Nikki Haley 6 points ahead of Biden in a head-to-head matchup. They had Chris Christie and 3 points ahead of Biden in a head-to-head matchup. All of them ahead of Trump. Trump only 1 point ahead, which is in the margin of error. And the CNN poll declared Nikki Haley the front-runner nationwide in the Republican Party. That poll was not even a poll. It's like they got into a room and just made up the numbers. And to go on the air, you know, if you did a real poll right now, let's just say CNN did a real poll like that, and they came back with those numbers, even if you're a liberal, you would have to say, this is ridiculous. I cannot go on the air with this. These numbers, Nikki Haley is 6 points ahead of Biden nationwide in a general presidential election poll, 5 points ahead of Trump. That is so absurd, so stupid. I can't go on the air with that. I'm talking about if I'm Jake Tapper or Dana Beck. I can't go on the air with that. We'll look like idiots. This poll is, if they did the poll, this poll is biased. It's an outlier. It's not credible. We can't. But that's not what CNN did. CNN and the rest of cable news spent the whole day yesterday talking about that bullshit poll like it was legit. Yeah, it really goes to show you how stupid they think the American people are. And that's why they keep pulling these ridiculous plots against our president, convicting Peter Navarro, the mugshot of Trump, the Trump 19 in Fulton County, and all this that's going on. I have to go through all of it. You know all of it. They think we're stupid. I mean, with the mugshot, they thought the mugshot was going to turn. That's why Ron DeSanctimonious is still in this race. Ron DeSantis has gotten his ass kicked by Trump in every single poll. He got booed out of Iowa at the state fair. And he's still hanging in there, even with his donors and everything else, because he has whispering in his ear the Karl Rove, Paul Ryan, Bush organization. And they're like CNN, they're so consumed in the Uniparty with their Trump derangement syndrome, they actually think we're going to buy all this BS they're throwing our way. And it's so important for Republican voters like you guys to stand strong and stand with Trump. Don't get distracted and Ramaswamy and all these jerks. They're a bunch of traitors, grifters, and losers. And they're not electable. And even if they got elected, they wouldn't take care of any of these things that we're facing. I mean, Trump needs us, and he needs us to stand strong with him. And I don't think that's a problem to you guys. Absolutely not. I'm getting ready to get on the highway to head to work. That red, I'm not in a red light district. That's the brake lights of the truck in front of me. Good morning, all. Good morning. Welcome. If you're new to my channel, subscribe. Got a great show planned today at, well, a little less than an hour. I'm running a little late. Hopefully there's not a lot of traffic on the highway. Oh my goodness. I've been up for so long. Our stray cat is in heat again, and she's up all night calling all the tomcats over. So I've been up since about 1:30 in the morning. So, and I got a long day ahead of me. At least 12 hours. So, till I get home, and then I got stuff I got to do, but that's the way it is. Oh, man. All right, come on, turn green. I'm in a hurry here. All right, finally. All right, heading to the radio station. I will be live streaming throughout the weekend from my home studio, taking calls, so keep an eye out for that, guys. You should click the notification bells. I will be live streaming when I get, well, in an hour, my 3-hour live stream on the radio, but then after that, I will be live streaming a post-show discussion today. So click that notification bell so you get the notification when I go live. I got a bunch of meetings today. I got a brief meeting when I get off the air at the radio station, and then I'm heading pretty far away from the radio station for a meeting later today. So I'll be in the car a lot today. So I'll be live streaming. All right. Well, no traffic so far. Hopefully I'll make up some of this lost time. Let me give you the bird's eye view. You'll be my passenger. So last night on my podcast, which I hope you've listened to, my podcast, the Brian Craig Show podcast I co-host with my wife, Kathy. I upload it here on my YouTube channel. But it's also on all podcast platforms. We were talking about Liberty Safe. And I'm starting to think that Liberty Safe is a deep state-owned company. I think people were absolutely blown away finding out that Liberty Safe was cooperating with the government, letting the government know people's safe combinations and everything. I mean, my goodness. Who would have ever thought? I got in the wrong lane here. Yeah, so, back to what I was talking about at the beginning of the stream, this laughable cartoon of a poll that CNN did. Now, and I will say this about CNN. CNN did use that poll to bash Biden all day. They had James Carville attacking Trump yesterday. They had Van Jones attacking Trump. They had Dana Bash, or I'm sorry, not Trump, Biden. They had Van Jones, I'll start over. They had Van Jones bashing Biden, Dana Bash bashing Biden, James Carville bashing Biden. It was like all out on Biden. So they've got some nonsense in their head that they're going to be able to bypass Biden and run somebody else. Who that is, I don't know. I don't know in what world they think that's going to work. This is going to be very tight this morning. A lot of trucks on the highway, and I am running late. I might have to have Mike play an extra commercial. I might need an extra couple minutes. I don't know. Let's see. Welcome. Good morning, everyone. The traffic is moving. Too many people are on other people's bumpers. I keep my distance between other vehicles. Drive with caution. This is the MAGA action cam. My goodness, how many FedEx trucks have I passed? It's second or third FedEx truck I've passed since I've got on the highway. This is a different way than I took yesterday. I change up the way I drive to work most mornings just to make the drive less monotonous. When we get to the Mar-a-Lago exit, I'll let you know. know in the chat, how long have you been on the Trump train? I'll tell you, I was, when Obama was running for re-election, Trump was talking about running then. He was teasing running then, and I was with him then. I was talking on the air about Trump running for president then. And what did we get? Romney, unfortunately. But I remember watching Trump on The Apprentice asking Nene Leakes if he should run for president, you know? Remember when President Trump was going around asking for the birth certificate of Obama? So I've been on the Trump train for president since 2011. So, 12 years. And before that, I always liked Trump, man. Everybody always likes Trump, but... So how long have you guys been on the Trump train? In the chat, let me know. We're in a construction zone. Road construction never ends. It's okay if you're new. You're welcome to board anytime. Unless your name's Vivek Ramaswamy. Ramaswamy got nailed on MSNBC yesterday. They were asking him about that Soros money that he took for his graduate school education. And he was already a millionaire, they said, which I've heard before at that point. I don't know how he became so wealthy at that point, but why did he take a scholarship when he was a millionaire? I don't know. I had my bright lights on just then. I hope they have not been on very long. Oh my goodness. I think I just clicked them by accident. Yeah, I would have noticed. Yeah, I clicked them on when I hit the turn signal to change lanes. Close to the Mar-a-Lago exit. Lane going way too slow. I don't think I've got room to pass him. I hate that. If you're gonna go slow, stay in the right lane. Well, there's a rest plaza here. Maybe he's gonna get off at the rest plaza. Wow. Yep, he did. I need to stop and get gas, but I do not have time. I have to get gas later. I should be getting off of the highway at this time, not being this far away. It's going to cut it really close for me to get set up to be on the air. Well, it's going to be a hot day. It's 79 degrees. The sun's not even out. The next exit is 2 miles away, and that is the Mar-a-Lago exit. The president lives, Mar-a-Lago is just right off that exit, as is Trump Force One. Now, I've been driving down the highway right here when President Trump was in his first term, and they would fly in with the Air Force plane, usually the day before, with all the vehicles and the Secret Service and all that stuff. And it is the biggest aircraft I'd ever seen in my life. And it flies right over here. And it would usually come in the day before President Trump came home to Mar-a-Lago. I've never seen a plane so big. I couldn't believe it. The thing could fly. Okay, the exit's coming up on the right. That is the Mar-a-Lago exit, and where Trump Force One is parked. Even when President Trump is in New Jersey, they keep Trump Force One here in Florida. And it flies back to Jersey to pick him up to go. I don't know if it's here right now or if it's up in Jersey, because he's got, if it is, it'll be flying up to Jersey today if it hasn't gone already. Because President Trump has that rally with Kristi Noem in South Dakota today. There it is, we just passed it. And about right here is when Air Force One and Trump Force One fly over right here when they're coming in for landing. Looks like we're going to make it. If there's a traffic jam, it's usually before this point. Oh boy. 164 miles to Disney World from where I'm at right now. This is the road to Walt Disney World. My second cup of coffee. Hey guys, getting close to the exit, so I am gonna make it. Luckily there was no traffic and just smooth sailing the whole way. It's not always that way. Running late, and I made up all the lost time, pretty much. Just got off the highway. 27 degrees. Little cool for us. So I'm going to talk, obviously, if you see my thumbnail for the show today, Trump's got his rally with Kristi Noem. And Kristi Noem, I'm going to play some of the audio. Kristi Noem is going to endorse President Trump, it's being reported, at this South Dakota rally. And they asked her on Newsmax yesterday if Trump asked her to be vice president, would she take it? Basically, she said yes. And Kristi Noem would be a great vice presidential pick. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that in the beginning, of course, and get excited for the Trump rally tonight. I'm in the parking lot at the radio station. I'm first here. I'm here before anybody. There's nobody in the building. All right, let me go through the chat a little bit, guys. While I'm sitting here, I'll turn on the lights. Let me go through the chat. Sorry, guys. Thanks for joining me on the drive in. I will be, I'm going to be on the air in about 20 minutes on the radio. So I'll start up the new stream for that. But I will be live streaming, driving around later today. I've got a bunch of meetings today. And one of them is in Fort Lauderdale. So I'm not sure when I'm going to live stream. I might live stream when I get off the air, but I've got some meetings right after I get off the radio today. Or I might, after my meeting in Fort Lauderdale, I might live stream. I'm not sure when. And when a lot of times I've got some in-person meetings and phone meetings this morning after I get off the air. So make sure you click the notification bell and you'll get notification when I go live. Well, I appreciate it, Dino. Yeah, it keeps me company. I'm usually just sitting here by myself listening to the news or to some music, But I don't like to listen to music too much in the morning on the way in. I got to get into the news head. Well, thank you, Storm Rider. So yeah, I'm going to talk about this Trump rally in South Dakota, and I think I know Marjorie Taylor Greene's on the short list. I'm sure Greg Abbott is, but I think Kristi Noem is probably at the top of President Trump's VP list. Wouldn't it be amazing if he announced her as his running mate at this rally tonight? That would freak everybody out. But I like Kristi Noem, and she has one quality that I know Trump is looking for big time: loyalty. Yeah, I'll watch the rally on Right Side and Newsmax. I'll flip back and forth to Right Side and Newsmax, because you want to support both, right? All right, guys, I got to go and get up into the... I'm looking right now, that right there's the window for the radio studio. I got to get up there and get set up. Make sure you like the video. If you're new, subscribe, and I'll see you in about 20 minutes when I start up the new stream, all right? Take care, guys. Thanks for joining me on the ride to work. See you in a bit.